If there have been any cases in town, then Cullen probably knows something about them.
Right.
We're counting on you. I have to stay here and look after her.
Leave it to me. You take good care of her.
I grab the car keys and hand them to Lucia. Lucia takes them, her gaze never moving from the keys, speaks softly.
Hey, Leon.
Huh?
Aisha, she'll get better, right?
Yeah, of course. Even if we have to feed her till she explodes.
Right.
Lucia looks at me and smiles. The gesture likely meant more for herself than me.
Okay, off I go.
Make sure you eat enough to grow evenly. The stupid throwaway line in the bath is literally a description of malnutrition. I don't like I'm not saying she's changed her eating habit to like match what he said. I mean that more as that is something you would tell someone who has malnutrition. And that's he said it without thinking about it. That it's just weird that happened. I'm sure it was coincidental and will not mean anything.
I hope she's a vampire.
All right, be careful.
Leon's
I'm just saying like it's a really weird like thing that happened.
Leon's gonna sit up there in the bedroom and there's gonna be like a bat just trying to get in the window and he shoos it away and it turns out it's just been Dracula trying to convert her.
He's gonna go up there and she's gonna bite him.
Maybe. You two, make sure you get your rest. I don't want you to get sick too.
Is it maybe because she's a dog, so she needs more meat than... No, because the other one's a cat. I guess that makes sense.
She
might need more meat, though. Dogs eat a lot, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
I probably shouldn't tell Aisha about her malnutrition. She's eating so much, and yet it's still apparently not enough to keep her fed. If I tell her about it, considering Aisha's personality, she might think it's somehow her fault and just stop eating entirely. You shouldn't assume these things. After all, she's already saying she feels bad for eating all day instead of working. This is the second time he's made an assumption about either of them, and it's probably going to be the second time that he's super wrong, and it would have helped if he had been
I
open.
like the idea that he's constantly assuming they're going to do dumb anime tropes, and then it turns out that they're just reasonable people.
That might not happen again, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I lower myself onto the sofa and stare up at the ceiling. Aisha. When she first came, we had no idea who she was, or where she came from. Come to think of it, there are still plenty of things we don't know about her.
Like her vampirism.
Right after we decided she could work here as a live-in, she spent a morning literally trying to eat me. I think the first thing I saw when I woke up was 2 sets of teeth coming at me. She bit down so hard, too. I think I can still feel the marks on my neck.
Okay.
Then, just when we managed to come to grips with how much she eats, she told us her tooth hurts. She's a fucking vampire.
That's pretty cool.
She sure did have nice teeth. They look perfect for biting into things. Almost like fangs.
I really hope this is not going to be faking us out.
Huh? Right when those two thoughts cross my mind.
Please be a real vampire.
Wait a minute. It's as if the pieces of a puzzle suddenly fell into place in my mind. But is it really something I should say to her? What if... No what ifs. It's better for me to realize it now. It has to be. I'm sure of it. Holding my resolve firm within me, I walk towards the room where Aisha is resting. What was the result of her tooth hurting, by the way? I don't even remember how that ended.
I don't remember. But, dun dun dun. I'm so sorry it's taking so long.
Aisha's dismayed when she hears that Lucia's gone into town. You know what this also means? If this is the case, then the rumors that Cullen had to go around and stop, like, pushing people from pushing might have been true. She may have actually been feeding on things.
Okay.
In which case, Cullen has basically tried to calm people down and tell them don't worry about it, when there's an actual vampire walking around actually vampiring things.
And depending on how the vamp rules work in this setting, that could mean that she's turned other people
I'm
and they're
going to
still
assume
out
she's
there.
not turning anyone, but I don't know.
Possibly not. It depends on how it works in the setting.
There's nothing you have to apologize for. You'll never get better if you keep stressing yourself out.
Okay.
I'd offer an apology, Aisha, some words to comfort.
What did you just say? That's not what those words are.
Oh, God. I offer an apologetic Aisha some words of comfort. There we go. Don't, it's late.
I apologize
It's late.
to Aisha some words to comfort.
Shush. Read your goddamn line.
Leon, about the puppy.
It's fine. Oh, wait, sorry. It's fine. We're taking good care of her. Don't worry.
Yes, I'm sure she's fine. I just feel irresponsible.
She is, after all, the one who found the puppy and brought it back. The fact that she can't take care of it is probably gnawing at her. Remember when I said we're all taking care of it together, so we share the responsibility? You've got nothing to feel bad about. They also found this is the second puppy that they found and took into their home too.
I hope the other one's also a vampire.
The second lost puppy that was an orphan that they took into their home.
Yeah, and the other one's a Shiba. Those are from Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She might also be a sheep. We don't know.
No, I don't think she is.
She does have an orange and yellow outfit for her.
Her pajamas.
Yeah.
I don't think she's a sheep. I don't know what she is.
I don't know.
I suppose that would be true. Thank you.
Aisha smiles, but it is a sad smile. Something feels off. This isn't the Aisha I know. I have to ask. I take a few deep breaths. I allow myself to calm down. Then I pick my next words carefully. Listen, Aisha.
Leon, why do you look so serious all of a sudden?
I'm about to ask a very personal question. Do you mind if I stake you in the chest?
Nah.
Before me sits a kind and loving girl, and by asking this question, I risk breaking her heart. And yet, I have to ask. I must. These words come to my lips, and I release them, believing, no, trusting, that when she hears what I'm about to say and sees what I'm about to do, she will understand it is all because I care. Aisha, are you a vampire? The conversation we had with Cullen, and the things Aisha had said. Yeah.
I do believe it is quite possible that the vampire everyone is talking about is actually me. I don't remember what tone I used the first time.
She said that, though, yeah.
Yeah.
What if the truth that we laughed off as a joke was not a joke at all? What if the real truth is not the vampire was actually her, but rather she actually is the vampire? When I look at her and then consider her inexplicable malnutrition, I cannot help but wonder.
Remember when I figured that when they said friends in the East confirmed the vampire, I assumed that was Japan?
Yeah. Japanese vampires. ... At first, she doesn't say a word. Her face is blank and her expression unreadable. My hair begins to stand on end. Pangs of terror shoot through me. Was this the wrong choice?
Mm-hmm.
But right then, Aisha's expression blossoms into a radiant smile.
Phew, I'm so glad you noticed.
Then that means...
Yes, I am indeed one of the vampires. We are a race of people who obtain our nutrients from blood.
I see. A mess of competing emotions swirls within my heart. One part is relieved, while another is borne down by something heavy, and yet a third is still trying to accept it all as fact. She's adorable, she talks a lot, she eats a lot, but she is also a vampire. She's a human girl, and yet there is something undeniably inhuman about her.
Come on, the ears.
Even now, I find that hard to believe.
Leon, may we talk, please?
Of course. What does she wish to say to me? Will saying it to me bring her happiness? Or will it plunge her into despair? With both my hands clenched tightly, I pray. Please, please let this be the start of something good, rather than the end.
For who? For you?
His prayer, like, just starts, or injuring her, just that it's happening in the same room, and she bursts into flames, and...
Leon, what made you realize?
A bunch of things came to mind, and I sort of connected the dots. Also, remember when you first came here?
When I was biting you.
Yeah, I thought of that and wondered. She, was she in her suitcase when we found her?
No, she was on top of it.
So she's just walking around out in the sun like no one's goddamn business.
Yeah, she's not had any problem with being in the sun.
Yeah. If anything, she's better at it than everyone else.
Yeah. You know, I actually had to try really hard to hold my back at that time.
No, don't try and do it.
I'm trying to do a voice and a vampire voice.
Just do the voice. Don't do the vampire.
You know, I actually had to try really hard to hold myself back that time.
Hold yourself back? You mean you wanted to suck my blood? Aisha nods.
Our race of people. We gain many more nutrients through sucking blood than via eating normal food. That would be why, within our circles, we vampires feed off others' blood for nourishment.
Each other's blood.
Each other's. Okay, so they just drink
vampires
from each other?
eating vampires.
Okay, so in some settings that are extremely anime, that has rules to it where it's like you drink the blood of a different vampire and you gain, like, powers from it or shit like that.
Yeah, but that's clearly not it. They're just individuals who have to drink blood to survive, I guess.
But you'd think that, like, if you're drinking blood but also giving blood to someone else to drink, unless there's literal magic involved, that you're not actually gaining anything.
No, you wouldn't be gaining any nutrients under those conditions. It would also explain why it is that she eats so much, because she has to eat a absolute goddamn ton to make sure that she's, like, got the same amount of nutrients as she would normally. Contrary to popular belief, they cannot turn people into one of their own. In other words, vampires do not make more vampires by sucking people's blood.
But if you let a human suck a vampire's blood, does that do it?
I don't know. As a result, they keep to themselves in a tight-knit group that feed off each other. Wait, then that means ever since you came here...
Yes, I could not possibly suck anyone's blood, so I made up for it by eating lots of food.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Kind of.
That did not, however, change the fact that the nature of her race causes her to absorb very little of what she eats.
It probably means she was pooping a lot.
Shush. As it turns out, there are also certain nutrients that she cannot obtain from anything but blood.
Does she have an iron deficiency right now?
Inevitably. Yeah, well, I would assume that could actually cause malnutrition. That might be it.
Would that cause a fever?
I don't know if that would cause a fever, but it could. It has the potential to. If you start not putting things into the body that need to go into the body, like if you start putting less of certain nutrients than is necessary, your body will immediately start falling apart.
Yeah, but a fever implies that it's burning more calories than it would normally.
Well, if your body's falling apart, I mean, all that a fever does is it's an attempt to burn out bacteria or invading viruses.
Okay,
which would have the potential for happening if you were suffering from malnutrition, because viruses would be attempting to attack your weakened body.
Maybe.
If that makes any sense.
Desert viruses. Yeah. There's probably a lot of them.
There probably actually is.
Apocalypse viruses.
Also, they brought a strange dog into their household where there's a dog girl.
Yeah, that could be a conflict of microbes.
Inevitably, there will be consequences to avoiding blood for a long time, which is exactly what she's done. You could have told us. Then again, maybe you couldn't.
No, I could not. There were times when the craving for blood almost won, though.
And just realizing, Lucia asked Aisha to take her to the bathroom because she was scared of the others, and Aisha was the others. Yeah. And not only was it like a misunderstanding, but it was totally the correct understanding.
Yeah, pretty much.
So she had a vampire take her to the bathroom because she was scared of vampires.
Yeah, pretty much.
The corners of Aisha's mouth turn up in a wistful smile.
I tried to think of a way to slip it into a conversation, maybe as part of a joke, but I could not, so I decided to just keep it to myself. What if I bit your neck as a joke?
What if I just drank some of your blood, right?
Oh, it's so funny.
It's so funny.
I'm not going to last much longer like this, though. I was thinking of leaving by myself in secret, actually.
And just going on like a rampage and drinking a lot of people.
And then get shot down by Cullen with like a holy gun.
No.
I'm glad I got to tell you in the end, Leon. I hope there's a blood drinking scene.
Yeah. Aisha pushes herself off the bed.
Thank you.
So, real talk, is she actually a dog or is she a Honduras bat?
Maybe?
Because she got them white ears. I don't know.
She's
Thank you?
just a dog pyre.
No, I don't want to hear thank you. I made the right choice. I'm sure of it now. It's a good thing I had the guts to ask.
Make note that vampires can turn into dogs. Like, that's one of Dracula's bag of tricks.
That's fair.
It's one of his standard transformations.
And Panther.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Isn't that what they turn into in Brooklyn? Yeah. These things are all true.
We might have woken up tomorrow to find her gone. That would have left all of us heartbroken. Silently, I offer a heartfelt prayer of thanks that things didn't end that way. Aisha, sorry for asking such a difficult question.
No, it's fine. I don't mind.
You can get back on the bed. I don't know why you stood up.
Because she's gonna leave.
I did, however, have a reason for asking.
Reason?
Yeah! I look Aisha intently in the eye. Her eyes are round and pretty. They're eyes of innocence, trusting everything they see. What is the absolute most, that I can do to help this girl? Aisha, take mine!
Yeah.
Suck my blood!
Yeah, this fucking plot just keeps wandering into weird places.
The weirdest fucking places.
The weirdest thing is it's alluded to from the beginning, but there's already so many other things going on in this setting that seems so strange.
I will admit, I kind of liked how subtle it was, that it was dropped, and that we didn't even question it for a little bit. Like, we made jokes about it, and then at the very end, it's like, hey, all of that shit, it was so disconnected that you didn't even catch that, hey, here's the thing. And it's like, oh, fuck.
It's like, there's so many red herrings of, this is a furry universe after the apocalypse, and also a super desert that, like, never rains, and all this other shit.
It may have been that if somebody had been paying more attention, they would have caught it easier than we did.
But there's so many distractions
But there's a lot of distractions going on.
And they don't seem to really tie into each other. It doesn't matter. This whole setting is just everything thrown together at once. It's so weird.
It is. It's bizarre.
Okay, back to dialogue.
Just say what?
What?
Aisha stammers in surprise and then freezes, completely at a loss for words.
Why would you say that?
Why? Because you need to eat. That's a pretty simple reason, I think.
But... Aren't you scared, Leon? I'm going to be sucking your blood.
Not really. Aisha regards me for a while.
Why? It's not even been a month since we first met, and you know next to nothing about me. So why would you care so much about me?
A small glimmer in her eye hints at a tear. Her words begin to falter as well. I think I can actually understand how you felt.
I too am a freak.
I'm a werewolf.
Oh, you've been the werehog this whole time.
Yeah.
Huh?
You see, Aisha, I take a moment to let out a
Please
breath.
really be a werewolf. Oh.
I'm an orphan. I wasn't born into the family that lived here.
Leon.
The memories resurface. I remember when I was alone at the orphanage. I remember being bullied for having only 2 human ears.
Fucking.
I remember my mother and father taking me in and blissful days I spent with them.
They adopted this hideous child with the tail in the front.
And then I remember the kindness that Lucia showed me and the home I found here thanks to her. I know how hard it is to be alone.
Wait, like he was adopted? But Lucia wouldn't have been here then. She showed up from somewhere else.
That's why I don't want to see you like that. Her loneliness, how hard it must have been to bear. Despite that, when we were around, she resisted her urges and never let a trace of her hardship show in her cheerful demeanor. I want to care for you, Aisha. Will you give me a chance? Aisha opens her mouth to say something. Then she hesitates, seemingly unable to find her words. She tries again and again, to no avail. She's probably having a terrible internal struggle. Eventually she nods and gestures, suggesting the hardening of some inner resolve.
Leon.
A glistening stream flows down her cheek.
I've never had anyone care about me so much. For a long time now, I've had to deal with one unpleasant experience after another. In fact, very little had gone well until I came here to this store.
It's a restaurant,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, okay.
That's why I don't
Restaurants
know.
are stores.
It's a food store, I guess.
I don't know what to do or what to say.
Yeah, I can imagine. In a situation like this, it must be pretty tough to figure out. Still, we are here now, and we are here together.
Take my blood.
How about it? Thanks?
Thanks, Leon.
That's a dick way to say that. He's like, what you're trying to say is thank you, you fucking vampire. Wrapping her arms around me, Aisha gently draws me into an embrace. She leans in toward my neck, her petite lips almost touching it.
It may prick a little.
It's okay. I'm good with shots.
You're so brave.
You were just get a picture of like a completely changed expression where she's just like, nah.
I hope so.
I feel the sensation of Aisha's lips on my skin, followed by a light sting.
I hope vampires caused the apocalypse.
It's a strange feeling. Rather than having something drawn out of me, it feels more like I'm becoming a part of someone else.
I'm surprised this wasn't put into the 18 plus patch.
Yeah. The exchange of blood comes with the distant impression of something else being traded as the feeling permeates my body. Then... she's venomous! Oh no! 10 seconds must have passed. Maybe more. Aisha finally finishes and removes her mouth from my neck, taking a deep breath as she does. How do you feel? Aisha looks visibly better. Her once pale skin is now vibrant with the rosy glow of health.
This is amazing! I feel wonderful! That heavy feeling in my body is all gone. This feels like a dream.
Well, now she doesn't have to eat so much food.
Hopefully.
Perfect tray.
Kinda, yeah.
She no longer needs food, and you just gotta live as a blood cow. Who cares?
I mean, the human body just makes blood. So long as
Wow.
she doesn't take too much at a
I'm
time, it's fine.
So glad.
Oh, she took too much.
Before I can finish offering my congratulations, the world starts to spin.
Leon!
I'm okay. This must be anemia or something.
Oh no! What should I do? Did I suck out too much?
Did I suck out too much?
Don't worry about it. I won't keel over from a bit of a knee. My second attempt at standing up is met with the same onset of vertigo. It looks like I might actually need to lie down for
I
it.
hope Lucia comes back with a cross and a wooden stake.
Please, you need to help. You need to help. You need to sleep. I'll bring some water.
Yeah, I think I will. Haha, this is sort of funny. Our roles were literally reversed just a minute ago.
I'll take good care of you and make you better, Leon.
Great. I'm glad to see the old Aisha is back. At that moment, a black veil begins to descend upon my vision. Just before it all goes dark, I see the energetic figure of Aisha busily running to and fro. Then, I'm gone.
Dead.
Whoosh. I'm dreaming.
Leon, what do you plan to do if we start getting more business in here?
When was this memory from? Not long after Lucia and I started spending our days together, I believe. Huh? I'll need more people here, I guess.
Huh, I thought you'd say that. So I saved you some trouble by going ahead and finding you a new hire.
If we're doing echoes, we're doing
What?
echoes together.
Seriously? Aren't we getting a bit of our Aren't we getting a bit ahead of ourselves a bit here? I fucked that line up so much.
I like that you continued the echo.
Yeah.
Hey, come on in.
Oh.
Yes, nice to meet you, Leon.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Wait, what? Why would Aisha pop up here? What is this? Dreams. They make no sense.
Hey, Leon, I think it would help. It would be a lot of fun if more and more people came here and made this place livelier.
I still remember those words. Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, then that would make me the first of those people. Aisha counts as three people. So you'd be numbers 1, 2, and 3. What?
I don't know.
Wow, a 3-for-1 deal? That sounds great.
That's right. I too wanted more people to come here. Every person
She's a
counts.
dog, a human, and a vampire. That's 3 people.
Maybe. I thought it was because she eats as much as 3 people.
Maybe.
I don't want to lose any of them. All 4 of them. Not a single person. Never again.
Leon, wake up. Oh, geez, don't scare me like that.
Aisha? How's Aisha? Is she better?
Yeah, she's fine. She recovered and she's been looking after you this whole time.
A profound sense of relief wells up from within. Okay, good.
She made us lunch, by the way. Do you want to eat something?
Sure, In the process of answering, something occurs to me. Where did Aisha go?
Aisha, she went to her room. She said she was going to rest for a bit.
Haven't I been in this situation before? How long has it been since she went there?
She's been in there. It's been almost 2 hours.
I leapt out of bed before Lucia had a chance to finish.
Hey, Leon, hold on. You just got better. You can't start running around.
Lucia, you drive!
Jeez, are you even listening?
We're going to look for Aisha!
Huh?
Check her room first. Come on, dummy.
Yeah, check and make sure her suitcase is still there.
Oh,
and
no,
then she'll come back.
apparently she totally was gone, I guess.
Wow, it's such nice weather. This is a great day for a trip. I wonder where I should go. I still have to look for my mother, which means I ought to go to the radio tower.
If her mother was in the area, by the way, that would explain some of the vampire rumors persisting.
Maybe.
Then I would not be able to leave Sagami Francisco. But that is not an option for me. Oh dear, I seem to be in a pickle.
Oh, she was actually just leaving.
Okay.
Oh well, I'll think about that when I get to the town.
Yeah.
We've been losing our ability to read and speak.
You can think about it before you get to the town too. That is true. Since I'm walking, I'll have a lot of time to
This is your line.
As soon as she sees us, Aisha immediately spins around and tries to run away.
Hey, Aisha, stop right there. Yes. I'm too used to doing what I'm told.
Because she's a dog.
So Aisha has been conditioned to react to Lucia's voice. I can't help but laugh. Aisha, where do you think you're going?
Where? I was going to the town to buy some food. With your suitcase? I meant to buy a lot of food.
After leaving a note that said thanks for everything?
And along with it, all the earnings you managed to save? Please use it for puppy food as well as the next person's uniform, huh? I see.
That's when Aisha's expression finally changes. Her joking manner dissolves, replaced by a look far more forlorn.
What else could I have done? I couldn't stay there anymore after doing something like that.
Doing something like what?
I sucked your blood, Leon. Have you forgotten? And then you got so sick after what I did, and how could I face you after that? I couldn't, Leon. I couldn't forget. I can't forget.
Damn, I had a feeling she'd dwell on that. In fact, this is exactly what I was worried about, as I was passing out from anemia. She might place an undue amount of blame on herself for sucking out too much of my blood. Before I can get her full name out, Lucia's already speaking.
Aisha, do you remember what you ate 3 days ago? Huh? What do you mean, Lucia? Why? Don't ask questions, just tell me if you remember. Well, I believe Leon made some scrambled eggs and toast for me. Oh, and some bacon steak. What's bacon steak?
I don't know.
Is that like the really thick slices?
Maybe.
What about the meal before that? I believe there was some meat, as well as something with boiled broccoli. And before that? I have no idea. I know I love to eat, but that certainly does not mean I will always remember every meal. Really? So you're telling me that even though meals are vital to you, you don't always remember them?
Ah, I see. I catch Lucia's drift and keep the momentum going, not missing a beat. I'm a meal, don't forget me. Yeah, there's no way you'd remember your everyday meals. You eat them so often you don't even think about it anymore.
Indeed, just because they're vital to life doesn't mean I'll always. Wait a second.
It seems that Aisha has finally caught on as well. She has realized what she is saying right now, and is at odds with what she said earlier.
Aha! I heard her say it. Hey, Leon, did you?
Yep, I heard. She said it herself. Didn't you, Aisha?
She is just so adorable, you know? She's so easy to lead on. Hey, that is not fair. That was a trick. Meals and blood are not the same
Yes, they are.
Huh?
It keeps you alive. It's something vital to you, so it is the same. A meal is to me what blood is to Aisha. She just happens to be nourished by blood. That's all there is to it. So if you're blaming yourself for when I passed out, then please stop.
I mean, it is directly her fault.
She had been starving for so long. It's hard to fault her for binging.
Binging.
She
searched on Microsoft's search engine.
You can't fault her for it. It's
yes,
really just a case of having had a little too much to eat, don't you think? Aisha's expression turns apologetic, but remains somewhat firm, as though she has chosen to leave some words unsaid.
But still...
Aisha seems yet unconvinced. That is when Lucia makes her move.
Aisha.
Lucia takes a leaping stride towards Aisha, grasping her.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Eek, Lucia. Aisha, look at me. Okay.
As always, Lucia's command seems absolute to Aisha. Obediently, she turns her face to Lucia's.
Aisha, do you like me?
Oh, where's this going?
Oh my.
No answer? Should I take that as a no? No, I mean, you should not. You were so sudden and I had trouble thinking of what to say, and... I do. I like you a lot. Good.
Lucia grins.
In that case, make sure you suck my blood next time. What? I demand fairness. I'm sure you like Leon too, but you can't just suck only Leon's blood and then take off. That's not fair at all. But I couldn't possibly suck your blood. You don't think my blood will taste good? No, that's not what I mean. That's not even the point.
Does blood even taste good?
I mean, You've never, like,
I mean,
accidentally...
to a vampire, do you think it would actually taste good at all?
I think it would taste the best to a vampire. That's
just
usually how
saying,
that works. But, like, even, like, if you bite your lip or whatever, it's not like it tastes bad. It just tastes weird.
If they have human taste buds, I assume that it would taste like crap.
Well, there's also the psychological part of just needing to eat it is going to make it taste better.
Possibly,
Like,
but I don't know.
Sugar
I still
tastes
just
good
doubt
because
it.
it has the most, like, energy to get out of it, right?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well,
sorta.
Not really.
Not directly.
Taste buds, though.
What about taste buds?
Taste buds are actually what determine whether or not something tastes good.
Yeah.
And they're developed and they're evolved with the idea in mind that certain nutrients are what the body would need. So
yeah,
things
and
that
you get
taste
the most
good
energy
are
out of
naturally
sweet
that,
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like,
But
you think
vampires are usually human beings that are turned into
Well,
vampires.
this is a dog. Where'd her ears go?
I don't know. They're invisible now. They're under her hat.
Yeah, did they just not draw them?
Yeah.
That's
They're,
weird.
I can see exactly about where they're supposed to be, and yeah, they're not there.
Good job. What is the matter with the two of you? Why did you have to?
That is when Aisha's voice breaks, tears mixing with words.
Why? It's just a horrible thing. How come you're talking about it like it was nothing? Because it was nothing. Huh?
Aisha's teary outburst is cut short, her words stopping cold in her throat.
It's just like Leon said, you need blood to live. It's a necessity. Nothing more, nothing less.
I mean, I'll admit it's not normal, but then again, Leon isn't exactly a paragon of normalness either, is he?
Yeah, 2 ears, no tail. I practically belong in a zoo.
And my gym partner's a monkey and all that other...
I was gonna make like a Planet of the Apes joke, but I'm not even.
It is a
I'm not
madhouse.
gonna attempt it.
It is.
It's a madhouse.
This is just a standard thing that happens. Just the reversal of, the human's the weird one. We could probably come up with a bunch of shitty lines to throw out.
Yeah.
So please, Aisha, please stop thinking of yourself as weird or unusual. We have 4 ears. That's fucking weird. You're just a good girl who eats a lot, laughs a lot, and talks a lot. That's all.
She's also
Lucia
really
gently
good.
strokes Aisha's hair.
She's just really good, cheap labor.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, they pay her. It's just, I mean, she does a lot.
Yeah.
So please, come back. We're both waiting for you.
Maybe they can just pay her in blood now.
Yeah.
Lucia, Leon.
Aisha scrunches up her face. A sniffle escapes her.
Blah.
I always wanted to stay there. I wanted so much together with Leon and Lucia, and then I sucked Leon's blood, but I never got to tell you. I regretted it so much, but I couldn't face you anymore, so I figured I would leave on my own. But then, Lucia. Oh, come on, you're such a crybaby.
Lucia tenderly pats Aisha on the back to comfort her.
Let's just take care of the puppy together, okay? Okay.
Like a child, Aisha clings to Lucia and cries, her words coming between sobs. Thanks, Lucia!
Jeez, Leon, no need to thank me. It's nothing, remember? There's nothing out of the ordinary here.
Right!
I think it would be a lot of fun if more and more people came here and made this place livelier.
Ah, Lucia, those words.
Do you remember? My dream's coming true little by little, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We are all alone. We are all ignorant. And we are all hollow. We think to fill each other's voids, but still there is much we do not see. Though that may continue to trouble us, whenever it does, we'll keep on filling. Together we fill, because together we live. With love we shall fill, and with love we shall live.
As vampires. Is this the end?
I don't
I kind of hope it is. Like, I know that
Yeah,
we
it's
haven't...
been going on for kind of a while.
There's an unconcluded plot thread, but I
Well,
feel
there's a few.
Like, this has gone on. But
there we go. That's the end.
All right. So that was a ride. I'm glad that we did. For a while, you weren't sure if you were going to come back to this.
Well,
and
I wasn't
was like,
sure if we were going to in general.
I said, like, well, it's almost done, right? We don't want to just leave it hanging there. And we had a few days left in the month. And I'm really glad that we now know about the vampires.
Yeah.
It's just, they threw us everywhere with that.
It was pretty good. It was right at the fucking end. Like I said, when it happened, they kind of built up to it using, like, really not, like, touching down on it too much.
Yeah, they were subtle. This clearly was a plot that was plotted out in advance and not just this guy wrote it out and finished the draft and that was it. That might have been, like, the first draft of this, and then they went back and reworked it to make sense of certain things, dropped clues in. But, like, man, was there a lot going on with the setting that just... Why did it have to be an apocalypse?
God, backers. Oh, is this a Kickstarter?
I think it may have been.
Oh, fuck. That's a lot of people.
Man, I guess they really liked...
Look at that.
I don't know enough about the culture of... It says Josh in there.
Yeah, I saw it. Josh Lawless, though. That's not
well, either way, I don't know enough about the kinds of people who play these normally, like the fandom for Kinetic Novels, to say if it's weird that this many people wanted to see this one.
It doesn't seem that weird.
I don't know. It's like, it's a game without gameplay. I mean, I guess if they'd backed the Kickstarter, they got the 18 plus patch, though.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, that's probably it.
God,
that explains it. Why did it have to be an apocalypse? Why did it have to be a desert? Why did they have to have the cat ears?
The setting is way bigger, but they wanted to touch things.
Yeah.
I'm on the road, halfway between the store and the town.
Is this a teaser for the next thing?
I meet with Cullen here, where there is no danger of being overheard.
Yo, curious place for a date, don't you think?
It's not something I want other people to know about.
Alright, let's hear it.
I tell Cullen everything that has happened. I tell her about our decision and what we're determined to do. And I also ask her advice for what should come next. More than anything, I just wanted Cullen to hear about it.
Leon.
Yeah? After I finish, Cullen's expression is gentle, but there's a sternness about it.
Well, that was definitely in line with how you do things. I respect your decision. Unfortunately, there are plenty of people out there who won't.
Right! That's why I wanted you to know.
Yeah, I'm just about the only person you could have talked to about this.
Cullen's expression suddenly turns serious.
Leon, protect Aisha.
I will!
It might be a lonely battle. You sure you can handle it?
I've been there before, enough to get used to it, but I don't want to go back, so I'll fight.
Got it.
Cullen nods, then breaks into a grin.
I'm looking forward to seeing your brides. That's brides with an S, plural, including the dog.
Can you please knock it off with the marriage thing already?
How much longer are we doing
I don't
this?
know. Sorry, that's the deliveries are done. Yeah, I accidentally hit the button.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Did you click something back?
Yeah, if you right click, the thing disappears.
Oh.
That was the first time I noticed that. It's because I dropped the mouse.
Okay, now how do we pet her?
Weird.
And make her wiggle?
I don't think we can.
Yeah, I think these are literal just 2D pictures, not the weird 3D, 2D thing.
Yeah. Thanks! Did you get all the containers back?
Yes, they're all right here.
Okay then, shall we go?
Yes!
It'll be pretty tight on time. Probably 30 minutes at most.
That will be more than enough.
Alright. Oh, whoa. I clicked that a little too fast.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Alright, let's get to it. I think it's a...
So is this like a teaser for the sequels that they get a reception for a
Looks
call?
like nobody's here right now. They're all out to lunch.
Wow, you remember everybody's schedule? That's quite impressive.
I'm always here on deliveries after all. In any case, come on.
Okay, I'll try my best. I did it!
Great, let's leave before someone comes back.
Okay. She used her vampire dog skills. Right then, let's take a look at this hunk of scrap here again. What in the name of... Hey, everyone, get over here. What's the matter? Whoa, the machine's working. Come on, people, off your arses. Arses.
Oh, arses.
Let's get them broadcasts up and running again. Gotcha. I just fixed the only radio in the entire world.
In and out. You'll only need 5 minutes at most. Ow, I kicked the mic. I'm sorry.
Hey everybody, we are so excited to be back on the air. This is our first broadcast in a month and it is a miracle. I am telling you, it is an absolute miracle. The broadcast equipment that broke down started working again just a while ago.
The DJ talks on the radio, excitement evident in her voice.
That worked out quite well.
Aisha says that with an air of satisfaction. Did you seriously master mechanics in such a short period of time? That is amazing.
Well, I would not say I mastered it. It was more like I had this hunch that if I did this thing here, then it might work.
Huh. I wonder if it's that hunch that's coming into play for cooking and cleaning as well. But, Aisha, about this ability of yours.
I know. I'll be careful about showing it to other people, because it's a vampire thing.
Uh-huh. If she goes around showing off what may as well be a superpower, she's going to be attracting a lot of attention. She's like the main character from Dragon Quest Builder.
Kind of, but also a vampire dog.
That will in turn create the risk of people learning of her vampiric tendencies.
I hope this will allow me to find my mother.
The radio tower is an exception because it was something that Aisha needed. From here on, I've made Aisha promise to never show that ability to other people.
Ah!
What's the matter? Did you find another puppy?
Hope so, that would be good.
No, not exactly, but it's something related.
Oh, she just found her mom on the side of the
Huh?
road.
What do you mean? The puppy pooped in the seat.
Her name!
Name?
The puppy's name! We have not given her a name yet!
Oh, now that you mention it, I guess so. With everything that happened, it had slipped our minds. Alright, let's think about it with Lucia when we get back.
I'll be thinking of names too, by the way.
Lucia likes the puppy a lot, though. She might not back down.
Yeah, Aisha found it, though.
Yeah.
Then it shall be a battle. I'll fight her.
Just make sure it doesn't end up like the last time when you were both taking a bath. That was one hell of a battle. Really, one hell of a battle.
That you need to go pay for a patch to see.
All right then, let's go home.
Okay, we're going home.
Yeah, do you think that's their way of saying, hey, go, buy it so that you can see
Maybe.
that battle?
Maybe.
It was one hell of a battle.
One hell of a boob grab.
Oh, look, there they are. Hey, you're home.
Arf, arf.
See what she does with her tail? It's just,
Oh yeah, it is
just
out of the skirt.
fucking
That's weird.
give her a little hole on top
Yeah,
somewhere
what
that
the
comes out. Like,
fuck?
why do this?
That's really confusing, actually. Okay.
We're home.
Tomorrow, and yet another tomorrow, we press on, holding close this precious piece that sprouted from the roots.
From the
From the voids we filled for each
Roots?
other. I don't know how I misread that. And so, another day.
Hey,
begins.
remove the text for a second.
Yeah.
Look at that dog jumping.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's just over there jumping.
Yeah.
Is this the actual end? We already have the
might
credits.
be. Second credits roll. Hey,
Yeah,
there it
there
is.
we go.
Okay.
All right, final thoughts.
Oh my god.
We're not doing kinetic novels anymore.
Let's never do kinetic novels again.
Yeah.
I thought we gave final thoughts during the credits.
Yeah.
So in volume 2, the puppy turns out to be the werewolf.
I think the
and,
puppy's her mom.
It turns into a full-grown adult female, but she's furrier than normal, and
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
just part of the harem.
Yeah,
and
she
Cullen,
just becomes part of the
Cullen
harem.
gets like dismissed from the force for some reason, and she comes
has
and lives
to,
here.
come and live with them as the drunko, who's always drunk
Yeah.
Solves detective cases.
Yeah, they acquire some new girlfriends who are like a bird and a rabbit.
And one of them's actually an alien.
Yeah, at least one of them. And then they meet like the sexiest, tittiest girl of all, and it turns out she is the disaster.
Yeah, the feet beebs.
Yeah, the ghost Bigfoot with the big titties.
No, feet beebs.
Yeah, that's what we call her.
Yeah, that's her name.
Yeah, that's the waifu of the month.
I'm done.
Let's go to
you
bed.
Done? Okay.
Okay,
Good
folks,
night,
go to
everybody.
bed. Brush your teeth, go to bed.
Have a wonderful night.
I hope you had a good February.
Yeah, I really hope you guys had a really nice waifu month.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.